Number 5, Aquarius Cookeville. Number 32, Melissa Jimmy. And number 53, Shay Cockins. Lebanon's athletic director, Justin McKinney. They're assisted by Emily White, Leslie Golden, Erica Brown, Olivia Hyder, and our head coach, Darren Warner.
They threw us a curveball. Aquarius Huddleston will be starting in the place of Iceland Eli, and it looks like Shay Coggins is also going to start. So it's all 4 of the seniors along with the freshmen. How about that? 1 freshman and 4 seniors.
I like that.
So a great call by Coach Brown.
Yeah, class act. He does a good job with the girls, and definitely Aquarius Huddleston, we talked about her a while ago, definitely been on the floor several times this year, contributed, helped out, you know, and of course she's gaining some size. Her height seems like, you know, over the years we've watched her grow up, and man, she's towering out there along with Iceland and London.
Absolutely, and Shay Coggins, of course, a junior, getting the start as well. So Aquarius, London Eli, Ebony Marshall, Marissa Jennings, and Shay Coggins.
And Marv, they're getting ready to start, so take it away.
Well, Aaron Helton and London Eli will tee it up. Tap controlled by Jade Bartlett for Cookeville. Here come the Lady Cavaliers. Just underway here from Campbell Brandon Gymnasium. Glad you guys could join us. Kind of cooling off, about 40 outside, but it's going to soon be 90 in here as London Eli takes it away on a steal.
And I knew the temperature was going to be a factor tonight.
You think?
One way or another.
A little humid in here, too, isn't it?
Cookeville a man-to-man.
Boy, unusual. They didn't play that much earlier down in Cookeville. And a timeout for the ball. Looks like there's water on the ball or something. I don't know. They're going to switch out basketball. That's the first of the year.
It could be a girl's
ball. The first switch out.
Could be a boys' ball. Not for sure.
No air.
So
imagine that. Tick aware that there is no air.
Well, you know. Boy, you got to love Tick, don't you? I mean, you can see it from over here.
Yeah, I just can't wait for those 6 or 7 games we have to deal with. I mean, we get to sit beside him. So 25 seconds in, we'll put it back in play. Marshall into Jennings, back to Marshall. We're back underway. No score here from Hester Gibbs Court. Lebanon and Cookeville. Out high, here's Jennings, guarded by Bartlett. Kicks it on the right wing. Inside they go to London Eli. Has it knocked away from behind. Battle on the floor. Alternating possession arrow with Lebanon. Wow.
I believe they're in a 3-2 matchup now, Marv.
And Aaron Helton, one of the toughest post players in 7 AAA women's basketball. Coggins set to inbounds, a 2-3 out of bounds zone, and Marshall loses her footing, and the ball sails out of bounds. So turnover gives it right back to Cookeville.
A lot of traction on the floor out there. I guess the custodians did a good job of getting that dust off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
positive.
it.
That's what I'd say, positive.
Here comes Cookeville on the other end. Holly Masters works out high. She'll get it to Odell. They'll work around over here to Davidson. Back to Odell, top of the key.
Double dribble.
And there's Helton down on the baseline. The left-hander 12-footer is good. So Aaron Helton strikes first, and it's 2-zip Cookeville. And she had 15 last meeting, so she's already underway here. Coggins has it on the left wing.
Cookeville in a 1-3-1 this time down the floor, Marv.
Here's Jennings, great penetration. 8-footer bounces around, no good. London gets it, saves it in, but throws it into the backcourt, and hopefully Marshall will get there. It'll be a turnover, but boy, her and Rochelle Davidson with a foot race to get down there, and it's knocked out of bounds, so it'll be Cookeville ball underneath their own basket, so not quite as good as I thought.
Nice little drive that time by.
Now tell me something, when she touched it, was that not a violation? Shouldn't they go all the way back down there?
It's over in the back, over and back, not over in the back.
Oh, long three-pointer by Kelsey Odell, and suddenly it's 5-zip.
No, it'll happen at the infraction. If it had gone out of bounds and nobody would have touched it, you're right, it would have come back to the baseline.
Jennings top of the key to Coggins. Boy, this is not unusual. It's a great feed, but Helton steals it up ahead of the pack. Here's Davidson. Great outlet pass. Short jumper is good. So quickly, 7-0 Cookeville. Timeout Lebanon. We'll take it with them. 6:12 to go. 7-zip Cookeville. We'll be right back.
Well, up on Lebanon, 7-0. Marv?
Well, here we go as Lebanon tries to get on the board. Almost 2 minutes in. Here's Marshall over to Coggins on the right wing. Iceland checks in. She'll drive the baseline, swing it out all the way to Marshall off of her hands out of bounds. So another turnover gives it right back to Cookeville. But at Huddleston to the bench, Iceland Eli back in. Your 5 on the floor, Coggins, Marshall, London, Iceland Eli, and Marissa Jennings. as Jennings with the unenviable task of guarding Ollie Masters. Now she'll pop out on Helton as they switch. Helton out high to Davidson. Swings right side to Odell. Helton cuts across. Back to Bartlett, top of the key. Swing it to Masters. She'll drive her little running hip shot off the glass and good. So Ollie Masters, one of the seniors in that starting rotation, scores, and it's 9-0 Cookeville, as Lebanon yet to score.
4 Cookeville players have scored. Cookeville has not missed a shot, Mark.
Here's Marshall over to Coggins, right wing. Picked up over here by Odell. It looks like a 2-3 this time down by Cookeville.
That's outstanding, Mark. You're right again.
Here's Coggins. She'll penetrate, has it knocked away, and they're going to call a reach-in foul. And it's either going to be Odell or Masters.
They're going to call it on Miss Odell. It's going to be her first and the team first.
Coach, first time we've had these officials this year, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I don't remember them either. Marv, I believe you're right. Maybe you'll like these better than you like the other ones.
First start. Oh, I like them all. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
I just like some more than others. Oh, great spin move by Iceland Eli, but missed a short jumper, and the loose ball picked up by Kelsey Odell. Here comes Cookeville. Lebanon, wow, 3 minutes in, still nothing on the board.
You know, the last time we played them, we got off to a slow start offensively.
Well, you're not kidding. Great overplayed defense that time by Iceland Eli. And they're going to call Jade Bartlett with a shove on Iceland Eli. So 2 quick fouls on Cookeville. Coach Mendiola, not real happy about that one, but
that's going to be her first and the team second.
Come on, Coach. You're up 9-0. Let's cut us a break here.
Yeah, take a break.
Here's Coggins. She'll shoot from the right side, and it's blocked, and they're going to call a hack on the arm by Rochelle Davidson. So another foul, and that one's an active shooting. So Shea Coggins with a chance for the first 11 points of the night.
And that'll be Rochelle Davidson's first and the team third. Shea Coggins will go to the line to shoot 2. Hadn't been there yet. Of course, nobody scored.
Does that look purple to you?
It does, sort of. She misses her first one, though.
So Lebanon still yet to score.
4:47 to go in the first quarter.
3 minutes, 13 seconds in, 9-zip Cookeville. As Coggins eyes the mark, and she'll shoot her second. And it's good. So Lebanon finally gets the goose egg off, and it's 9-1 with 4:46 and counting to go here in the first quarter.
Kind of a patient game on both sides. Not helter-skelter right now, is it?
Boy, and it got really frenetic up in Cookeville earlier this year.
Oh, man.
There's Helton down low. Spin move, nice double block. I think both of them get a block on that one, but they're going to call London for a body bump, looks like. Tough break.
Going to give it on London. It's going to be her first and the team first.
Inbounds from the baseline will be Allie Masters for Cookeville. Bartlett cuts out and gets it. Tip to Masters. Short jumper, no good. Backside rebound, Ebony Marshall over Aaron Helton. Here comes Marshall up the left wing with the left hand. She'll kick it over to London. Nice. One drop step. Kick it in the corner to Marshall. She'll drive the baseline. Take it all the way under. Kick it in the corner to Iceland for 3. Right wing, no good. Rebound Helton. Lead pass out to Bartlett. Probably not the person you want to throw that to, but she manages to gather it in, and they'll get it back to Odell and set it up. Wow, that was dangerous.
It was.
Here's Masters, cut off on the baseline by Jennings. She tries to work her way back around, nowhere to go. She'll go inside to Bartlett, and it's tipped away from behind by Iceland Eli. Good defense from behind by Iceland that time.
Cookeville not, I don't think being as patient as they normally have been against us, Mar. They're really trying to push the ball up the floor some.
Masters comes into Odell on the baseline. She'll spin around, work out to the top of the key. Picked up by Marshall. Kick left side to Masters. Drives the baseline, running 4-footer off the glass and good. Boy, Ollie Masters just penetrating at will down low. And it's 11-1, the first double-digit lead of the night. And Cookeville has it with 3:36 and counting. At another turnover, a traveling call on Ebony Marshall right across the timeline. We'll give it right back to Cookeville with 3:36 to go here in the first quarter.
Lebanon has 5 turnovers so far, Marv, tonight, beginning to mount on them. Cookeville only missing 1 shot also.
Boy, they are definitely dead on tonight. Here's Odell, picks up her dribble, goes to Masters in the lane. Her little running underneath shot, no good. London Eli with the rebound. Catches Helton a little bit. Now they'll come down court with Marshall in control. 3:18 and counting, 11-1, Cookeville by 10 here early. Here's Coggins right side in the corner to Eli. Back to Coggins. Across to Marshall. Marshall, no place to go. Back to Coggins. They're looking down low for London. And finally, great bounce pass. Short jumper off the side of the backboard. Coggins comes out of there with it, though. Gets it to Marshall. Back to Coggins, and they'll set it back up. Here's Eli on the right wing. Looks across. Marshall, top of the key. Back to Iceland. She's cut off as she tries that baseline. Oh, wow. She was trying to go inside to the cutter, but picked up her pivot foot, and the travel call gives it right back to Cookeville.
That last offensive possession there, Marv, London really worked hard on the post-up area the whole time. I mean, at the very beginning, she had a good seal. If we could have saw her and got her the basketball early, it would have been good. But she continued to work. I look for us to get her the ball here before long.
Here's Odell across the line, guarded by Marshall. Lebanon stays in the man-to-man. Here's Davidson on the right wing, guarded by Coggins. Out high, just into the ball game, is Tatiana Johnson. They're going to call a turnover as it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cookeville. Go back to Lebanon as McDaniel checks in for Lebanon. Brittany McDaniel, and that'll send Marissa Jennings back to the bench. The 5 on the floor, Shea Coggins, Ebony Marshall, Iceland Eli, London Eli. Now McDaniel in for the Blue Devilettes. 2:23 and counting, 11-1 Cookeville by 10. Here's Coggins on the right wing. Bounce pass in low to London Eli. Her short turnaround jumper no good, but she's hacked in the act by Aaron Helton, so that'll send London to the line for 2.
Helton's first foul and the team 4th. And we are, Marv. I believe we'll get the ball to London as we move along in this game. And she's really working hard. We saw her the last ball game, you know, where Iceland was out, and she really just kind of took control on the inside. She's doing the same thing here as far as trying to get the basketball. She gets her first one.
Boy, she drained that one, too. Every point crucial here for Lebanon as they cut it back down to 9.
Points at a premium?
I was waiting for you to do that.
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen.
Oh, here's London's second one. Now a little bit short. Long rebound actually comes out to Johnson, and she'll carry it herself. Johnson, just a freshman. Saw her up in Cookeville. Excellent ball handler. Oh, great feed down low. How in the world they saw a foul in the middle of that, I don't know. But down on the baseline, it looked like Ollie Masters was hit with a clean block, but they're going to call McDaniel down low for the foul, and that'll put her at the line to shoot 2.
Her first and the team's second, Marv. As Allie Masters goes to the line, she has 4 points. She hasn't been to the free throw line at all. She's 2 of 4 from the field.
She's one of those seniors and missed that one.
Back of the iron.
Who was it that always says the iron unkind? Jodine?
I don't know.
Hammond? Tom Hammond?
She misses a second one.
The iron really unkind that time, and Helton's going to be whistled for her second, and that could be huge, folks, with 2:02 to go. Just 5 minutes, 58 seconds in here in the first quarter. Bartlett will check back in. I think that'll send Helton to the bench with 2.
That's right. Her second, team 5th, as you said. Did you watch the Duke North Carolina game other night, Mark?
Yes, I did. Just because of you.
I appreciate it.
And it would have been better if Carolina won, but
no,
sure it would.
McDaniel with the ball in the front court, working against the 1-3-1.
And that pass tipped out of bounds as they attempted to go across all the way over here to Marshall. Allie Masters got a hand on it, so it'll stay with Lebanon. 1:48 to go. Cookeville 11. Lebanon 2. Here's Coggins on the near side. Gets it inbounds to Marshall. Guarded out high by Rochelle Davidson. Over to McDaniel. McDaniel, no place to go. Back to Coggins. Over to Marshall. They're trying to go down low. They're going to call a holding foul on Jade Bartlett as she had her arm wrapped around London Eli, and that could have gone either way, but I'm glad it didn't.
Her second and a team 6, Marv. Again, we want to point out, and you saw it early, London is really busting her tail to get the ball down inside. Right there she goes again. What a
and that was
move.
A great move, and the basket would have counted, but they're going to still draw the foul. She'll shoot 2 more free throws, and it looks like they're going to get Davidson this time.
It is going to be Davidson. That's going to be her second and team 7th, but she's an active shooter, so she'll shoot 2. But how well is she working to get the basketball?
Could that possibly, 6 minutes, 24 seconds in, we're already in the bonus.
Already.
But she was in the active shooting, missed the first as Anna Stafford runs to the scorer's table.
And she's 1 of 3 tonight from the free throw line so far.
They're going to let Stafford come in. She's going to check in, and Iceland Eli with the breather. Iceland not feeling well earlier in the week.
Didn't
so
play
probably
Tuesday
prudent
night
to put her on the bench for a little bit, catch her breath here and there, as London will have the second of 2 free throws.
You tell London's confidence has really risen up as she hit that second one there. Signing, I think, sometimes does that to people. When they get signed with Trevecca, I mean, you really kind of get to thinking, I'm a college player.
Well, Trevecca does not know what they're getting either, I'm telling you. Long 3-pointer off the mark by Odell. Last touched, I guess, by London Eli down low, so they'll give it back to Cookeville with 1:24 to go, and Cookeville up 11-3. Coach Brown shouting instructions on that far sideline. What a great job he has done with this ladies club here this season. Masters a running jumper from the hip. No good. Got a hand on it down low, and it looks like they're going to call a jump ball between Davidson and